South Korea's national debt rose to hit a record high last year. But the government says despite the biggest ever public spending to cope with the fallout from the pandemic, its deficit is smaller than the previous year. Eum Ji-young has more.
South Korea's national debt as of last year has reached an all-time high. The country's national debt last year stood at more than $1.8 trillion, up almost 11% on year. The debt-to-GDP ratio last year came to around 47%, up more than 3% from the previous year. It is largely due to the 2 rounds of supplementary budget to support those hit hard by the pandemic. The government in a cabinet meeting on Tuesday reviewed the 2021 national settlement. The finance ministry said ahead of the meeting that the country has managed to reduce its deficit.
Despite financing the largest ever public spending last year, the deficit has been decreased thanks to the increase in the national tax income amid the faster than expected economic recovery. The rise in the income of the national pension due to the boost in the assets market also helped.
As South Korea has maintained an expansionary fiscal policy amid the COVID-19 outbreak last year, the country's spending stood at around $494 billion, up 9% on year. On the other hand, the country's earnings amounted to around $469 billion, an increase of roughly 19% compared to a year earlier. The deficit, which is the difference between the two, came to around $25 billion last year, which is $33 billion smaller than the deficit for the year before. Eum Ji-young, Arirang News.